If you want to be rich and successful, do what this guy did. The title is From $10 an Hour to 170,000 plus equity in 8 years as an immigrant. Here is how I got here. 8 years ago, I moved to a very high cost of living area in US to work for $10 an hour. The reason was that I wanted to prove myself that I can make it in the USA and that I can have a much better life here than in my home country. Back then, the average salary in my home country was around $9,000 a year. Now it's around $16,000 a year. 2014, moved to US to work as right hand to the owner of a very small company, doing data analytics, charts, emails, working in warehouse when needed, working with web developers, really anything that needed to be done. Started at $10 an hour. Got here on a J1 visa after applying to a job ad that said it would sponsor it. That means the job would sponsor the visa. This owner has a popular business blog, which I have been reading for many years. One day he posted an article that he is looking for someone good with data and that he's willing to sponsor a J1 visa for the right applicant. I believe around 70 or 80 people applied, and I was one of them. 2015, I was doing a great job. Boss was slowly increasing my pay to $14 an hour. Company was sold to private equity in 2015. They saw my potential and bumped me to $18 an hour. Next year, 2016, after 2 years in USA, I decided to start looking for another job and see what I can get. Found a job for $65,000, doing mostly partner management and data analytics. Remember, this is very high cost of living area, and later on I actually discovered I could have negotiated this to be much higher. 2017, overperforming in the company significantly. Everyone is super happy with me, bumped to $73,000. 2018, another year of great performance, bumped to $79,000. 2019, changed roles in the company, now solely focused on data analytics, $85,000. 2020, first year in new role, overperforming again, $91,000. 2021, same story, overperforming and bumped to $100,000, however denied a large promotion. December 21, so at the end of the year, due to a reorganization, I got the promotion and bumped to $125,000. 2022, over 6 years in the company, started to get a little burnt out. And more than burnout, I'm really getting bored of the industry. And even with all the bumps and raises, I see similar roles online paying more. I started to actively apply for new jobs in May 2022. I had very few good interviews. One job I really wanted, interviews went really well, and I was 99% sure I got it. Then while on a trip abroad, I got the email that they decided not to go with me for a very weird reason. It ruined my vacation, and I got really demotivated by this and thought maybe I'm too greedy and want too much. But I kept applying and got a lot of messages from recruiters as well. Well, on Friday, 2 days ago, I got an offer from an S&P 100 company. That means it's one of the biggest 100 companies in the US, an industry leader. $170,000 plus 15% bonus plus $17,000 in stocks. Telling my current boss tomorrow, I think he's going to be devastated. Right now, I'm 100% sure him and a lot of other higher-ups are going to try to persuade me to stay, but that's not happening, even if they tried to match. Across this journey, I got some stock options, which ended up being worth quite a lot, but I consider that a lot more luck than skill, so I didn't include those in the values above. He didn't include those in his pay values above, is what he means. At the end of the day, I was lucky mainly in 2 areas. One, I'm good with data, and I like data and analytics, and there seems to be a huge demand for someone who can connect the data and business side of things. 2, my current employer, although probably underpaid me the whole time, I was getting above average raises and kept learning a lot, which at the end helped me get the job I just got. And the stock options made up for the lack of salary, which was one of the reasons I stayed for so long. I felt like sharing, and hopefully it keeps someone motivated. I didn't have any US-based education when I moved here, no friends, no connections, just a bag of clothes, and flew here 8 years ago for a $10 an hour job. That converts to $20,000 a year, approximately. So it went from $20,000 a year to $170,000 a year, or $200,000 a year if you count all the bonus and stock options. Had to prove everything with my skills, and I am not stopping. Hope to retire between 45 and 50. I'm 36 now. I want to answer 2 most common questions that were asked. One is about my visa. My J1 visa was for 18 months. I met a girl here a few months after I moved. She was a US citizen, but not born here. We connected right away. We had a lot in common. Both immigrants, both frugal, not overspending, not making much either. When we met, she was making $45,000. I married her 18 months after I moved in. It was the only way we could stay together. We are still together 8 years later. Congrats to you. 2, advice on data analytics. People ask advice on tools, certificates, etc. To be very honest, I don't think any of that is the most important thing. The most important thing is try to understand the business and what you're analyzing. That's how I became valuable to my current employer. I would come up with ideas on how to analyze things that are helpful for the company. I could connect the dots. Understanding the business and coming up with solutions to solve problems is the key. By solutions, I don't mean data warehouses or anything technical. I mean using our existing data to answer important questions. I have an analyst reporting to me now, and he is excellent in SQL, Tableau, Excel. He can do anything I ask him, but if you just ask him how he would solve the problem, how he would find the solution, he doesn't know. He needs me to tell him how to do it, and then he can do it. So now that is what I'm trying to teach him. Understand the business, all the connections, ins and outs. That's the most important thing. Thanks for all the support. So if you want to be successful, hustle, be patient, be persistent, work hard, and it'll get done. Oprah has always said, excellence is always in demand. So it sounds like this guy was an amazing employee everywhere he went. He helped his boss, he helped his company. He did a great job. They rewarded him for it. Excellence is in high demand. If you can be valuable to your employer, they will reward you. So it took him a while, 8 years. I mean, I don't know if that's a while, to go from 40,000 to 200,000. So he increased his wages by 500% in 8 years. That's amazing. Congrats to you if you ever see this. So any of you watching, if you want to be successful, just do what he did. Just be valuable to your firm. Work hard, be persistent. I usually go into the comments in these videos, but this is self-sufficient. We don't need to go into the comments at all. They just say, you're awesome, congratulations, stuff like that. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.